Hello everyone, this is Anand Godhwani. I am part of the engineering solutions group of Tech Mahindra. Uh, I would be presenting the final integrated project where I would be recommending a service or new service offering for Tech Mahindra. The final integrated project. So basically, before jumping on to the next step, I would like you to go through the market potential of this service offering that we are talking about. Now, as we all know, the global trend is shifting towards the long-term service contracts rather than just the selling of the mission-critical equipment in power generation as well as in oil and gas industry. The service revenue of major equipment manufacturers has always or of late has been following an upward trend, and it is all set to cross 300 plus billion dollars yearly revenue. Now, most of the major power generation manufacturers, like say for instance Vestas or Siemens Energy or GE, everybody is shifting towards the long-term service agreements. Now, also the cost of maintenance has been increasing, so there is always a need to be able to optimize this maintenance and reduce the maintenance cost as such. As the service contracts grow, there is a sizable market that we can look at. Like say for instance, currently you have 300 plus billion dollars of market where you get a service revenue of 300 plus billion dollars, out of which assume 30% as profit margin, rest 210 billion. And if you're able to save 1% on the operational cost that you incur on doing this maintenance, you still see at a 2.1 billion dollar savings per year, which is a huge number. And these are very, very, I would say, pessimistic kind of numbers. The actual market might be much bigger than this that we are seeing here. So again, if we do a 5% improvement, we are looking at $10 billion savings to the actual equipment manufacturers. Now, because of this, uh, there is a need to optimize the maintenance services, and there is a need where they want to collaborate with other suppliers who provide maintenance or MRO services like maintenance, repair, and overhaul services. And it is important for them to uh, get the right service quality at the right price. Now, I would just like to explain the overall landscape of how this entire value chain works. Now, most of this mission critical equipment is, has a lot of sensors, like 2000 plus sensors. When we start from here, we start from sensors, then there is a gateway, then there is a connectivity, which can be either cellular or satellite connectivity. Now, this data is continuously passed to a central server where this data is actually, or the connectivity first is monitored, that there is no drop in connectivity. Then this data is actually monitored by remote monitoring and diagnostics engineers, which actually monitor the health of the turbines or health of any mission critical equipment as such. Now, there are a lot of analytical algorithms, to uh, improve this health monitoring piece of it, so that you can use prescriptive analysis or prescriptive analytics, to solve some problems which may occur later. So proactively schedule maintenance cycles so that you are able to resolve issues before a failure actually happens. Now, to do all this, the last step in the value chain is actually the field service. Now, this field service is the major cost of the maintenance program, because they have to reach out to vendors or decide whether they want to do it in house. Now, based on that decision, if they are going for a vendor, again, the cost of field services can be huge at times. So, the solution that we are trying to achieve right now, or we are going to propose right now, is trying to optimize or have a marketplace for such field services companies. So we'll get into it later, but first I would like to, segment these MRO services into, say, what are critical operations and what are non-critical operations. So critical operations can be, with the OEMs internally, which are more value add to them to keep it internally. Now they can, like, for example, like if there is a critical failure that would be noticed, which requires specialized skill and product knowledge, OEMs can think of keeping that kind of a I would say competency within themselves. But say for instance, you have some basic services like owner specific routines to clean a turbine or to clean a equipment, which can be just washing of the machines, or which is very trivial and simple work. There is a need to leverage the volume effects of suppliers, so that they can be at the right place at the right time at the minimal cost and providing the quality that they would expect. Now, how do we make these two guys talk to each other? So the OEM and the MRO service provider, do they talk to each other regularly, or just that, these OEMs just pick up your vendors and they work with them, and most of the times there are a lot of inefficiencies in the maintenance process. So how do we make one OEM talk to multiple marketplace of vendors or vendors of MRO? So for this, the solution that I would like to propose is, how do we create a marketplace for the field services? So we would like to call it MRO Link. It is supposed to be a B2B marketplace that allows all these MRO organizations to work with other service providers or to directly turbine or aero engine or oil and gas equipment manufacturers, enabling you or enabling them to realize cost savings real time. So it is kind of an Uber model, I would like to call it, which is like the buyer reaches out to a pool of suppliers, and whoever comes with the least cost, as well as who is ready to take up the work immediately based on their schedules, is something we would look for. So the process, the way it is going to work is the buyer in this case would be a OEM, would post a detailed maintenance request or maintenance project. They will put what is the model they want to do the maintenance on, which region of the world they want to do it on, what is the duty cycle of, or what has been the duty cycle of the equipment so far, is there any specific certification required to maintain such equipment. And then the supplier will accordingly, based on the availability of their personnel, will submit the codes uh, along with the cost, and when can they take up the maintenance, and when is the slot available for them. So they talk to each other directly, very much kind of an Uberization of the marketplace or field services, as if we would like to call it. Now, this is like an on-demand business model, which is very similar to the Uber model. You improve the efficiency, you improve asset availability, spare part and order management processes streamlined. So that is the solution that I would like to recommend. Now, a lot of digital technology-based features can be proposed for this marketplace. Supplier intelligence, predictive analytics to be able to, predict the failures much in advance, robotic processes to fix some issues which might be very difficult for a personnel to fix. We can even think about integrating NLP based algorithms to be able to interact with those machines. A dashboard or a service dashboard of when was the last maintenance routine done, what is the asset history, and any data that can be handy while fixing an issue. Supplier collaboration, so you can, or the buyers can directly collaborate with the suppliers on that platform. You have sensor based visibility, which is similar to a digital twin concept. Based on the sensors, you know which part may have failed. That way you are able to reduce the maintenance cycle time. So that's all about my presentation. So please do reach out to me in case you have any questions. Thank you.